You know what? I just realized something. Bungie hasn't added a single new weapon type to this game since they added bows in Forsaken. Luckily though, we are about to get one in February with the launch of 7999, Witch Queen. The Glaive. Looks pretty cool. I should probably make a video about it. This was all my idea. But you know, this is all taking so long. If Bungie won't make me the Glaive now, I'll do it myself. This is going to be a little different than most of my other videos. I can't just take parts of other guns and line them up on a reference image. There aren't any glaives, heck there aren't even any good reference images. I only found 3 images from Bungie. Luckily I was able to make use of this one right here. After all the transforming and filters, it doesn't look too great, but it's a decent reference. Okay, here's the plan. I'll go around collections looking for shapes and patterns that look like they'll work on specific sections of the glaive. I started with the handle. It needs to have this kind of lateral pattern, or at least something close. I looked around on swords and rocket launchers, and the best I found was on Unspoken Promise. I went ahead and used that metal section between the handle and the blade as this shotgun receiver section thing. I really don't know what this part is yet. I wanted to try and find the blade next. You can see that the blade has this metal section on the back. I'd need to replicate that too. I found that metal section on Complex Solution, which basically had the same thing. The blade was actually a bit trickier. This might sound kinda stupid. Aren't there a bunch of swords in collections to use? Yeah, and the end of the blade is almost always blurred. The ones that aren't blurred aren't the right shape at all. Except for one. Monte Carlo's bayonet is almost the perfect shape, and it isn't at all blurred. The only problem is it's really dark, but I was able to do some sorcery with the camera raw filter and bring out some of the detail. Alright, the blade looks fine for now. Let's try and find that trigger section for the shotgun. I recognize that thick ring trigger guard from Wastelander, so that's where I got mine. But I can't just have a trigger guard. The reference image has this metal section here, so I got that from Wastelander too. Now I'm gonna go ahead and find something to finish the handle with. I need a long metal cylinder first. I thought Bad Omens would work, but there's no clean section that I can use, so instead I used Parcel of Stardust. The metal colors are all way off, but I'll bring them in later with that camera raw filter. Unfortunately, I forgot to make the pommel. I got to that a little later though. Next I made this barrel thing. I figured the best for this would be a rocket launcher barrel, so I used Sippy OD. It turned out pretty good. This is when I realized that there was a space between these two parts, so I filled that with part of Parcel of Stardust. This is also when I realized that I forgot the pommel. Since it's going to be blurred anyways, I'm just going to use the stock of Parcel of Stardust here and it'll be fine. I started to bring the colors of the metals in a little bit when I went ahead and replaced this part right here with something that resembled the reference image a little more, like the grip from Parcel of Stardust. I decided to leave the blade a bluish color, because I kinda like the way it looks. And after adding the blur and some finishing touches, here it is! It's very far from perfect, but so is Destiny. This is all based on how I assume it'll be angled on the inspect screen. It'll probably be like this, or with the blade more pointed towards the camera. I honestly can't wait to try this thing out for real. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Let me know if you liked seeing the process of making it or not. I'll see you later. Thanks. Take care.